Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about lithium battery. Now, I did this in the reverse order. My bike was dead, completely dead. As you know, with the key fob on it, you just press the button, thing fires on, ready to race, press the starter, away she goes. Well, this time that wasn't working. So what was happening was I'd press the ignition button, everything was dead, absolutely nothing. And you'll see from the start of this video what I did was I checked the battery. I'll show some wee clips of it. I checked the battery and the battery was actually showing 1.2 volts. Here I am with my tester. I'll just switch this on to volts, DC, and then we'll earth the earth and we'll put the live on. Is that 1290? This is 1.290. That can't be right. Anyway, so I got the battery, I got the bike, I put it here, and I done a bit of reading up and I found something that was quite interesting. These batteries have a BMS, it's a battery maintenance schedule service, I don't know. Anyway, what happens with the lithium battery is they have a built-in program, so if the battery's sitting for too long, if it's drained too much or anything at all, some shorts, anything, the battery management system, BMS, it shuts down the battery to stop it from deteriorating any further. So I found out this is what's happened with this, so it was showing absolutely nothing. So I put my charger on it, and the charger, it wouldn't even charge it, it was showing 6 volts. So here's my charger, this is a Victron. Let's get this plugged in here. And put the plug on. Obviously I can put my seats back, I don't need them. Oh. We'll see how this charges. I need to go and put the switch on. 1 second. So I should have a light on somewhere. Yes. Goodness. Showed 6 volts. The battery's that flat, it's showing 6 volts, so it won't recover from that. There is a way to do it. Should I try it? I think I should. I'll be right back. So what I did was I got another battery, a lithium one, and I put it on the back of the bike. As you'll see, I'll show you. Anyway, I wired it up to the battery and then put the charger on it, and when the charger went on it, it thought it was a fully charged battery. Well, not a fully charged battery, but a 12 volt battery with power in it, so it started charging it. So I left it on there for 20 minutes or so. So if you've got a gel or lithium battery, either one, and it won't charge, it's showing 6 volt because the battery's pretty much dead. And what to do to try and coax it to recharge itself, you probably know this, is get a piece of cable and connect it to a battery. It's working. I'll connect it to this 12 volt battery. This is the old battery that was in the bike before, and it worked fine until the ampage went down on it for some reason, but that's okay. Earth, and here. And See, it's still showing the battery 6 volt. That's because it's not plugged in. So I'll plug it in now. It's flashing 6 and 12 volt. I'll unplug this again. In fact, I'll unplug the whole thing. I think that would be better. There we go. And let's get this 12 volts onto here. And the earth on here. So I'll put this onto this and hook up the charger and see what it reads this time. So it's at a test stage. Now there we go, it's charging. So what you have to do is disconnect the charger for the mains, because it was still thinking it was just a 6 volt battery. So what I'll do is I'll close that up and I'll reopen it again and clear the previous data. Clear it, yes. Yeah. So it's on bulk charge just now. So because the two batteries are connected together, it's still 12 volt it's showing. Had I changed the terminals it would have been like 24 volt, but it's still 12 volt. So it now thinks it's charging a 12 volt battery instead of this dead thing. So I'll leave that for an hour or two, then I'll come back to it and disconnect the secondary battery, and the charger should recognise that this battery is now 12 volt battery and should charge it back up to where it should be. And then once it's done, we'll do a battery test with my battery tester and see what's wrong. And it did start charging the battery. And then what I did was unplug the charger, disconnected the extra battery, put it all back together again, and lo and behold, it was charging. So it's now been going for a good couple of hours. It's still charging. There's a bit of test function on the top of the battery. When I press it, it shows it's 13.9 volts or something, and it says it's 100% just because the charger's on it. But when I take the charger off, it'll tell me exactly what percentage the battery's at. So I'm going to do it to the end of the bulk charge, which means the battery will be charged up 80%. And then I'll take it for a wee run and see how it goes. And then tonight I'll put it on charge and I'll just let it charge. I'll let it trickle charge, you know, for the next day or so. So it just shows, you know, with these lithium batteries, if your bike's not used for a while, if it's sitting for a couple of weeks or so, and the battery thinks, oh geez, you know, I'm not being used and my power's starting to deplete, it just cuts itself out. And once it does that, it's very hard to get back on. If you didn't know this and your battery was dead, you tested it 1.2 volts, it wouldn't charge, the first thing you would do is whip it out and go to the shop and get another one. Or like this one, I only bought this in May this year, it's only 3 months ago. Take it back and say, this battery is dead, it won't charge, you know. And then you've got the thing about why is it dead, you know, did you do this, did you do that, you know, all the stupid questions. But anyway, so if you've got a KTM 1290 with a lithium battery or any kind of bike at all, this is what it is. It's a battery management system. Long inactivity, something crossing a terminal, or if you're using heavy power like big spotlights on and you're, you know, anything like that, it can make the battery shut down. So next time you have problems with your lithium battery, just have a look at that. And if you can't get it to recharge, do what I did with the other battery, hook it on and let it give the original battery a wee bit of power in it so that you can charge it. Anyway, I'll come back, it's just about finished the bulk charge, and I'll take it for a wee run and see how it goes. There we go. And so she seems to be got a wee red light coming up just because the battery is soft. Oh. Yeah, that's strange. It must have been because I've not used the bike for a couple of weeks. And the lithium battery must have just decided, oh, you know what, let's go into management mode. And it cut me out. Hard to believe it would do that, but yeah, it must be one of these things. So I'm just going to nip up to Willie's, get one or two bits and pieces for tonight and tomorrow. And then I'll need to get back onto the shoot and get it finished and get it up for a roadworthy, and then that'll be that job done, and hopefully I'll get back onto my bikes. I'm kind of missing doing my bikes. Still got that GPZ. That's not going to be worth a lot when it's done, but I just want to get it done and looking nice. One of my pals, he's on about sitting his test, getting his licence, so I mean it might do him for a wee bit, you know, running around once I put a roadie on the bike. Then once he gets a bit more confident, who knows, he might even go to the FZ6 phaser. Depends if he likes riding a bike or not. I don't know, it's a good thing starting off on a 250. Actually, yeah, 250 is probably a good bike to start off with. I know in Britain you have to start off like say with a 125 maximum. That's a bit of a pain in the arse. Unless you're buying a 2-stroke 125, the 4-stroke 125s are pretty crap. And just too slow for traffic. You know, if you try to pass anything or get out of an emergency situation, they've just not got the gumption to go. Whereas over here, you know, you can ride a 250 up to a 600 or 650 as long as it's learner approved. And the 600, I think that is learner approved, yeah. Well, I'd need to check to see if it had a restriction on it or not. It might not be. But he lives in the city, so running about in the city, you didn't really need anything big. You didn't need anything big running about in the countryside either, really. I mean, look at me, I've got a 1290 KTM Super Adventure. And I've got my Goldwing. My Goldwing is brilliant if I want to go touring. But the KTM's just... it's just nice. Low fuel. I'll need to go and get fuel put in this thing at some point. Maybe a wee job for Wednesday or whatever day. Goodness. And up into the car park. I would go and get a haircut as well if the hairdressers was open and not too busy, but I'll see how it goes. Right, back shortly. There we go, shopping done, all in the back. Let's hope this baby starts. I actually meant to put my jump pack in the back, just in case she decided not to start, but let's see, what does she do? She's got power. I think it was just locked out. You know, the management system must have just shut it down. Oh well, that's not so bad. That's quite good. And here we go. This is the great thing about Australia, you can park up in the pavements and nobody bothers you. perfectly legal. You can lane split, providing you keep within the guidelines. Perfectly legal. Yeah, fuel's a bit low. I'll maybe get that on Wednesday, I think. I could go and get it today, but I can't be bothered. This isn't bad weather as well for springtime. No, it's no spring yet, it's still winter. This must be the worst road ever. They've upgraded everything, there's a lot of traffic come up this way now. So the road's always busy. Jesus God. Last minute decision. Somebody decided to turn into the shop. Wyndham Hellfire engine. Oh, must be going to a job. Somebody knocked my mirror. I hate these people that do that. Oh, it's the way into the shopping centre. Oh well, wasn't me. Aye, so that's that was annoying, that battery. I didn't know that batteries did that. I know they had a management system on it, but geez, that had locked up and went flat, or went flat and locked up. I don't know why it went flat. That's this thing I don't understand. It must just be extended time sitting there, because it had been sitting for a couple of weeks. Because I'd used I think the last couple of times I went out, I used the Goldwing. So yeah, I'm maybe need to leave the wee trickle charger on it, you know, if I'm not going to be using it for a week or more, just to keep the thing topped up. Oh. So anyway, that's it for the day. So if you're ever, or if you've got a lithium battery in your bike and it just seems to go dead, that's what it is. It's the management system in them that does that, and it can be just because it's been sitting for an extended time. So anyway, that's it for me, and I'll catch you all again pretty soon. Catch you later. Bye now.